Okay, we're talking League Two. Joined by the big man, the Beast. Beast mode, I'm in the beast mode as well.
So we're about that life.
You know, we're going to talk about the movers and the shakers in League Two. And like I say, we're honoured to have the Beast in with us. Marcus, the Beast.
Yeah, I'm not quite beast mode yet, but maybe in a couple of years.
Do you think you can be beast mode-ish?
Do you know what? With a little bit of work, anybody can.
You think?
Come here.
Do you know what I'm saying, pal?
See, because that's it. It's a state of mind. Beast mode on is more than just a physical appearance.
This is what I keep telling you.
Defy the limitations people put on you.
Love
So I
that.
had to start getting a bit
I
preachy.
love that, man. You preach that shit,
that's
baby.
it.
It's a League Two special with the Beast, so it's going to be like
Beast,
that.
man.
Right, we've got some questions for you, Beastie Beast.
Cool.
First up, why is Northampton's home form so drastically different to away form?
What is that, man?
You've won 16 at home, but you've only won 4 away from home.
Are you homers?
Well, this season we are. We have made 6 Fields a fortress. You just know when you're going to win, and that's what we've got at home. And the funny thing is, we don't do anything different away from home, so I can't put my finger on it, and I don't know why. I think yesterday was, not yesterday, Monday when we played Cheltenham was just typical of our away form. I'm talking about we pinned them in for like 60 minutes and just couldn't get a goal. So I don't know what it is. Fingers crossed, 6 games left that will turn away. We've got 4 away games and 2 home games, so something needs to change in our last 6 games.
Well, yeah, but you say that. What can be changed in the away form? What's going to make it happen for you?
That's why I guess why we have a manager, because he's going to have to do something different about it. Because honestly, we do not. I mean, you've been there, you're a player, sort of thing. As a team, we go out prepared exactly the same, and we feel like, yeah, we're going to do it, but for some reason, it just hasn't materialised.
Can you feel like when you're playing, for some reason, when you're at home, if the pressure comes on you, what is it? Don't you just back up and just take the pressure and then just go forward again? What happens?
That's the worst thing is at home, it don't matter what they throw at us, we're going to win. It's just inbred in us this season. We just know we're going to win. I say this now, we've got 2 games, we've got a flipping game against York, but that's what we know. We've got that feeling that it don't matter. It hasn't happened, but we can be defending for 80 minutes. But we know we're going to score, we're going to win the game, and that's what it's proven. And away from home, I don't know, I mean, our fans at home are second to none. To be fair, our fans away are Cheltenham, they were great. But at home, it's just, we've just built a fortress, you know.
But your home form, it could take you up. You're 3rd currently at the time of recording. You're in an automatic spot.
Yeah, but like I said, there's 6 games, we've got 4 away, so that's 6 points from home. It's tricky, so we need to pick up 2 away wins, which, hey, we're going to do it. I truly believe the depth of our squad is real good. Our team spirit it can't be broken. So we are. I truly believe that we will go up automatic.
I got to ask you, Beast, in respect of your stature when you're playing. I was speaking to a Northampton fan the other day, and they were saying that what happens with you is that players, they kind of bounce off you. You're getting fouls called up against you without you actually doing nothing, and is that frustrating for you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had it all my career, and you know, sometimes you just say it's a part and parcel of the game, but it is frustrating. Whereas, you know, players will, you know, I'll have smart defenders that will get their body there and then fall down and con the ref, which happens. But then I'm talking about sometimes referees are just tunnel vision. You know, they will blow before anything even happens. I'll stand there, they'll blow a whistle, and they'll say, referees told me that I'm too strong. That's why he gave a free kick. I swear down to you. He said to me, I said, ref, what was that for? He said, because you're too strong. Hand on heart, God is my witness. And I looked at him and he smiled and jogged off. And I was like, well, what can I do for that? Do you know what I'm saying? Cheltenham game, the goalie ran into me, fell down. We scored, free kick. It happens. It is frustrating on that side. I mean, on the other side, I know it's hard for referees, it's hard for lots of things are happening, but sometimes you've got to use your common sense, you know, and most of the times they don't. So it is frustrating. But then again, I can't just keep, so can you say bitch on this?
Yeah, say it, man.
You can't keep bitching, do you know what I'm saying? You just have to keep going, so that's what it is.
What about in respects of defenders at that level marking you? What they like? Do they get close? Because if you get closer, you're gonna roll them.
Yeah.
And how do they play you?
So the young pups in the game, so the younger defenders, they want to test themselves. So for me, it's playtime. You know, they'll get too tight, and I'll roll them. You'll have the more mature, the purses, you know, in the game sort of thing, that been around, seen it.
Yeah.
Like they not trying to prove nothing, and they'll play smart. It's a more mental game, and them are the defenders that are the ones, do you know what I'm saying, to play against, because it's more mental than physical sort of thing. But on the whole, they want to test themselves, which is cool. You can test yourself, but for another 3-4 years, I'm still going to be the strongest. So you can keep trying to test yourself. I'm still going to most of the time, I'm going to come out on top. That's my game. Do you know what I'm saying? You'll have people that their game's all about pace, and you know there'll be games all about dribbling. My game's about strength. You know, don't get twisted. I've got good feet, and I can add other attributes to it. But you know, solely I'm this size, and I use my strength. So when them young pups come up to try and test, most of the time, you know what I'm saying, there's one winner. So.
Right then, Ade, or Beast as we're calling you today. You've seen a lot of the contenders close up for automatic promotion. Yeah. You're in there with Gillingham and Port Vale. Do you think it's going to be you three going up? Gillingham look good, didn't they?
I think Gillingham's going to win it. Yeah. I think Gillingham have done enough, especially over this Easter weekend. Yeah. They've done enough. I think Gillingham are there, and from second to fifth, I think it's all to play for. I'll back Northampton. Yeah. I'll back Northampton. I don't
think anyone in the studio will disagree.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. Nah, that's cool. Yeah. Nah, I'll back Northampton. I think, you know, we've got, I mean, like anybody will say, but I think the team spirit in our squad will see us over the line. And I think we do it. I think we'll do it. We've got a game against Port Vale, second to last game of the season, which is massive.
Where is it? Yours or theirs place?
It's theirs. That's the worrying place. That's the worrying. But, you know, if you're going to turn it around, why not turn it around at their place?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a massive game. But then anywhere down to fifth. And don't shout at Rotherham. I think Rotherham, I know they lost to Gillingham, but yeah, anywhere down to fifth, I think it's all to play for.
It's all to play for. Yeah. Well, we've been talking young guns throughout the league and players with a lot of potential, young players. And you mentioned Port Vale. Well, their 19-year-old centre-back, Joe Davis, has had a good season. Did you play against him in the home game, Joe Davis? Remember him, young lad?
No.
You may play against him in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, I didn't play against him. I mean, to be fair, our home game was overshadowed because that's when Alex Nichol broke his leg.
Right, okay.
So,
how's he doing?
Yeah, to be fair, it was turbulence. He had a couple operations, couple infections, but now it's all systems go. You know, it was at our last game sort of thing. So, speedy recovery to him and Calvin Langmead, our club captain sort of thing. So, speedy recovery to them. So that was overshadowed. So I haven't played against Davis, but you know they're up there, and if he's been playing, then I'm sure
maybe in a few weeks.
Yeah, maybe in a few weeks. He's a young pup.
Get the roll going.
I hope he's got that young pup mentality, and he wants to get too tight. So hopefully I'll roll him and we'll come away.
What about Naki Wells? Because we saw a lot of him, obviously for the League Cup run for Bradford. What's he like? Because we don't see him on a regular basis. He seemed to be pretty sharp.
He's a baller. Yeah, man. I did hear you talk about him before, sort of thing. He is one for the future. Plays on the shoulders. Always moving. He can score goals. I think we played him last year. He scored a hat-trick against us last year. I think he scored against us at their place as well. So he's a good baller, young one, tip for big things.
What about George Sykes at Barnet? Another big striker. He's 6'4". I think he's a call up to Scotland under 19s, and he was apprentice of the year. You know, he's doing pretty well at Barnet.
Yeah, I mean, Barnet always seem to leave it late to start winning games, sort of thing. So anyone that can score goals, sort of thing, will bolster it, sort of thing. And he's a big lad, so yeah, I'm sure he's tipped. I'm sure he'll do well for himself. You know, keep himself fit and that. He'll do well for himself. But I've got a few youngsters. We got Lee Nichols, our goalie. He's on loan from Wigan. I'll tip him. The B says he'll be Wigan's #1 soon. We got Lewis Hornby, our midfielder. He's going to be in the Prem one day. So I've tipped him. And our goalie, our sub-goalie, Dino Snedgar, just called up to England's under-19s. These are 3 ballers that, you know, I've already tapped up, so when they get to England and that, I'll get free tickets. So I've got to do it early.
What can you say about tell me about a little bit about him in respect of why you like the guy that you said
Lewis Hornby, 17 I think he is. You know, he come in and he played a period in between, I think, the Christmas run up into January. so composed. You know, he don't say nothing. To be fair, the funny thing to the boy, he don't say nothing. You know, he's a very quiet boy. Lets his football do the talking. He is so composed. You know, I've ran at him a few times in training, and he's just put it the other side of me, and then just put a 40-yard ball diag sort of thing. He is composed on the ball, and it doesn't seem like he phases him. He's coming to games. Just signed a 3-year contract with Northampton. Coming to games and just composed. He is. I'm telling you, he's something. And Lee Nichols, our goalie, you know, he's played. I mean, to be fair, he's level of performances is up there. 19, you know, and he's bossing me. You know, people like Clark Carlisle. I'm talking about senior professionals, and you know, he's dominating his box. You know what I'm saying? So he's something. And same. Just Dino's just unlucky that he's got Lee Nichols in front of him, or he would be playing. He's the same. He's potential. He's growing. You know, confident, real good shot stopper. Get my words out. So yeah, them 3 boys, young guns. They certified BMO.
Well, if you agree or disagree with the beast, I strongly suggest you agree. Then tweet ball at ball_street for your young guns in League 2. We're going to move on to tough defenders. Give us some names of tough defenders you've played against. You must have had some good battles. Two, to be fair, the Bradford pairing. I think Luke Oliver and Andrew Davis. They're probably the 2 where, you know, normally you come across one that's dominant in the air, you just go over to the other one, pin the other one, whereas can't be bothered to battle with you. We've got to pick on the small one. That's how you've got to do it sometimes. But to be fair to them 2, them 2 as a pairing, solid. You know, I call them, they're about the life. You know what I'm saying? How did you get on against them?
Drew 0-0 at our place. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a friend? Is it a nice rivalry between you guys? Is it like?
Well, to be fair, I think it's the first time I played against Andrew Davis. So it's a little bit. It was a little bit nipping. You know, it was a little bit for it. Whereas Oliver, I played against him a few years, sort of thing. So we've built up that mutual respect. Whereas Davis, we haven't had the years to build them up yet, sort of thing. So the first encounter was a bit frosty. So I think, to be fair, I may even give it to them, as a pairing. You know, it's not much that we don't score at home, and they stopped us from scoring. So they probably just beat us on that. You know what I'm saying? It was me and Platt up front, and not many defenders are going to be able to handle me and Clive Platt as a pairing. You know what I'm saying? For brute strength, anyway. So I'll give a shout out to them too. Purse, like I said, Purse is, when I'm talking about difference from young pups and old pups, you know, when I play against Percy, it's a more mental battle, you know. He don't need to fight me, he don't need to prove nothing, you know. He gets his bodies in positions where I'm gonna foul him, you know. So that's a mental side of him. So shout out to him. And I'll always say it, Guy Branston, you know, Brano, first education, when I came into the game, he mentally taught me out the game. He was in my ear. I promise you, and I will never ever forget this, whereas him I think I was at Torquay, so I must have been 23 myself, so I was a pup. He went in my ear, so you're going to go to, you're working your second job, McDonald's after this. I turned around to him, what? He headed the ball. He stepped in front of me. He was like, yeah, you're a bit big, innit? What? Stepped in front of me.
You love a bit of that.
I promise you, that was my education mentally, you know, where he was just like, but other than that, he is a brute, you know what I'm saying? So I look forward to playing.
Did you get on with him as well, though?
Yeah, we good people, you know. I've got so much respect for him, because the next game I had to put him on his ass a few times. You know, and ever since then, sort of thing, we look forward to battling, do you know what I'm saying? So that is a massive shout out to Brano, you know, major love, and that's, you know, 2, you know, wholehearted footballers that love the physical element of the game, and that's where it is. Anyone that's about the life, about that whole BMO, strength for strength, let's go for it. Whoever comes out on top, you know, the gladiators, we should stand there afterwards. Are you not entertained? That's what it's about. So,
after football, mate. Get yourself on the TV show.
Because that's about, like, I could actually lose on them, and
you don't want to win.
I like being the biggest on the pitch. That's why I stayed away from rugby.
Maybe golf.
And I'm crap at golf as well.
Well, we're going to move on and talk about Chesterfield. Now, we're not going to pretend we know a lot about Chesterfield, to be honest, but we've been tweeted by @Sarah_CFC for life, giving us some inside information there. But Chesterfield fans, let us know as well, what's going on at your club? What 3 things can make Chesterfield better? Any ideas, Wright? Any ideas? Some people say stick with Paul Cook.
I like Cookie.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was played with him at Burnley.
Yeah.
He's got a good knowledge of the game.
Yeah, it's a good eye for a player.
Yeah. He likes to play the game when people say in the right way. You know what I mean? But like I say, you got to stick with people like that. You got to stick with the managers, especially at that level. You got to get people to have enough time to try and get their philosophy in, and then if it's not working, once you've given them the time, then you move on. I think there's a lot of people panicking, get rid of the people, they're emulating the Premiership.
That's right.
I think you could just stick with them managers because they got to learn the trade as well.
Well, they've got a big lad up front as well. Armand Nanyule, the Ivorian striker, 6'4". He's been playing. Did you come up against him, Chesterfield?
Yeah, we played them twice.
Yeah.
You know, they to be fair, they whooped our ass at their place. I think they beat us 3-0, and then to be fair, we beat them not too long ago at our place, sort of thing. So, I mean, I tipped Chesterfield to get into the playoffs, and if they get into the playoffs, I believe they'll get to the playoff final. Yeah. I do tip them. They're over this. I think they beat Burton and drew with Port Vale their last 2 games, and I think they're picking up form, you know, right at the right time, and I think they've got the teams in and around them, and I tip them, you know, to get into the playoffs. And
Chesterfield fans, get in touch with us. Comment below or tweet us at _street if you agree or disagree with anything we've just said. That's the end of the League 2 roundup this week. Beast, thank you so much for coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's love.
Bless. Love the Beast.
All right, let's hope Northampton Town can go up.